We're going to start our next activity.
And we're going to have to it involves your participation again. The first part of it does. So we're going to read you a set of instructions, and based on those instructions, you'll have an idea of what we have to do. So, Alicia,
Alright, the purpose of this interactive activity is to get to know ourselves better and to become more aware of the others around you, and helping identify similarities and connections with other SOT members, learning to respect others' opinions and feelings, and ultimately helping you figure out what you want to do in the future.
El propósito de esta actividad interactiva es que todos aprendan más sobre nosotros mismos y que seamos más conscientes de los que nos rodean. Este ejercicio nos ayudará a identificar similitudes y a conectar unos miembros de sobrevivir o sobresalir con los demás miembros. Además, aprenderemos a respetar las opiniones y, en fin, a preguntarnos lo que queremos para nuestro futuro.
Alright, and the instructions for this activity, please remain seated and please remain silent out of respect for the others around you. We're going to read statements in both English and Spanish, and we'd like you to clap once if you agree or identify with each statement after you've heard them in both languages.
So, las instrucciones de esta actividad es que por favor permanezcan en sus asientos durante esta actividad, favor de mantenerse en el silencio como forma de respeto por los demás participantes, y nosotros vamos a leer una lista de oraciones en inglés y en español. Si está de acuerdo o se identifica con la oración, por favor aplauda una vez después de que terminemos de leer cada oración en ambos idiomas. El significado de cada oración se basa en interpretación personal y no hay una respuesta correcta o incorrecta. Ahora vamos a comenzar.
And each statement is open to interpretation. There's no right or wrong answer. We'll start now.
I identify as being visually impaired. Wait till both languages.
So, en español la oración es: me identifico como persona con impedimento visual.
I identify as a family member, friend, or someone who has worked with a visually impaired person.
Me identifico como un miembro de la familia, un amigo o alguien que ha trabajado con una persona con impedimento visual.
I have another disability besides my visual impairment.
Tengo otra discapacidad además de mi impedimento visual.
I cut my food with a knife during meals.
Yo corto mi comida con un cuchillo cuando como.
I choose what to wear every day by myself.
Escojo qué ponerme todos los días solo.
I do chores at home, like washing dishes, folding laundry, cleaning my room, wiping counters, etc.
Hago los quehaceres en casa, como lavar los platos, doblar la ropa, limpiar la habitación y limpiar los aparadores.
My child helps with chores around the house.
Mi hijo ayuda con los quehaceres en la casa.
I use a microwave to fix a meal independently.
Yo uso un microondas para preparar una comida independientemente.
My parents, teachers, and I understand my capabilities and limitations.
Mis padres, maestros y yo entendemos mis capacidades y limitaciones.
I inform my teachers when I need help without being reminded.
Les dejo saber a mis maestros cuando necesito ayuda sin ser recordado.
As an educator, I expect the same from students with and without disabilities.
Como educador espero lo mismo de los estudiantes que tienen y que no tienen discapacidades.
I ask passers-by for help if I am lost while traveling.
Pido ayuda de personas desconocidas si me pierdo mientras viajo.
To me, independence means doing everything completely on my own.
Para mí, la independencia significa hacer todo completamente solo.
To me, independence means doing what I can, but I also know when to ask for assistance.
Para mí, la independencia significa hacer lo que puedo, pero también sé cuando pedir ayuda.
So now this concludes the first portion of the activity. We have a couple of questions that we're going to be asking everyone to participate in based on what the statements that you just heard. Esta actividad ya, la primera parte ha terminado. Ahora tenemos unas preguntas que les vamos a preguntar a ver cómo se relacionaron a las oraciones que recién escucharon. So the first question would be, what was one of the statements you feel most strongly towards? La pregunta es, ¿con cuáles de las oraciones se relacionó más usted?
Just a quick reminder, students who still have their raffle tickets, this is a good time to give comments and ask questions to get rid of your raffle tickets.
So, with which of the statements did you guys relate to the most? ¿Con cuáles de las oraciones se relacionaron más?
I thought I saw a hand.
If you have comments, speak up. We can't see you, so
Maybe just say your
Just
name
say your
loudly
name,
and then
yeah.
say what.
I thought I saw a hand back there.
While I was stretching.
Oh.
No, I'm contributing.
Oh, okay.
But,
The big yawn gave it away.
the one that really resonates with me is the one about independence means to me that I know what I can do, but I'm willing to ask for it, or willing to ask for help, for things I can't do, or something along the lines. I forgot the exact wording, but I'm sure you guys catch on which one I'm talking about.
yeah, one of the last ones we read.
Yeah. So you want to take my ticket?
Well, at least he remembers. He's been paying attention.
Thank you.
Any other ones?
I'm contributing.
Go for it.
Perfect.
The other ones are, I like to contribute that, being independent is, to just do everything on your own.
So you're saying it's the opposite? Do you agree with the statement that you do everything by yourself?
I disagree with the statement.
Oh, this
Okay.
is very nice.
Is there any other statements that resonated with any of you guys?
Elmer.
Okay.
Great, thank you for speaking up.
Say
well,
me too.
I'm gonna be very honest. The doing chores. I honestly, relate to that because I honestly do not do much chores. No, I want to do more.
So you want to do chores.
Yes, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel too relaxed that moment.
Very honest.
What's in the phone, Elmer? What's in the phone, Elmer?
I know, Mom.
Hey, he's got guts to say that in front of all of you.
Yeah.
I want to give him credit for
Just
that.
out of curiosity though, Elmer, what types of chores maybe would you want to help with?
Like probably I would like to do washing the dishes. Learning a little bit of more laundry.
Oh,
Those are
Mom.
the only thing right now he really helps for is like taking his clothes down so I can wash it.
Oh,
That's something.
that's a start.
Let's start.
Yeah.
I put him away, but
Were there any that resonated with you?
Huh?
Did any of the statements, like, could you relate to any of them?
Well, mostly that way he said, yeah, but well, at least he came forward and he said it by himself.
Do some of those chores on your own when you're living on your own for a couple of years and you don't want to do them.
Yeah, like, I dislike washing the dishes, so you can come wash my dishes anytime.
What about,
We have a hand right here.
oh, okay.
Okay. The one about asking help when you're, or asking for help when you're lost. I don't really do that, but I think it would help me a lot if I started to learn to do that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I was in the same boat. Now, I agree. Once, like, you start college, you kind of have to ask for help. I've ended up off campus enough times to know that for myself.
I'd like to comment on two, Joy Efron. When I started my teacher training, as my son would say, in the days of the dinosaurs, we were being taught to teach blind students to be independent. And it took a long time until I finally realized that nobody is independent. We are all interdependent. There's nobody who's totally dependent, whether you see or don't see or anything. We really need each other. And the other, I'd like to share a little story as far as Olivia just jogged my memory. As I said, in the days of the dinosaurs, a friend of mine going through teacher training with me, Ted Hull, came in because he had the offer of a job, and he was going to quit his teaching job in Detroit and travel with a little boy who had a really good voice. And this boy's name was Stevie. So Ted was traveling all over the world with Stevie Wonder, and Ted had very limited vision, very, very little vision. And so Ted said that when they would go to the airport, he would have to ask where the gate was and how to get there, because he was with Stevie. He was the one taking care of Stevie. And he said, and you know, in front of me, there was a whole long line of people always asking the same questions, and they had 20/20 vision.
oh wow.
So I think that was always an important lesson to remember. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to ask for help.
Can I add something? I'd like to add a thought to that.
Go for it.
I'm Milagros, by the way. I do agree with that statement about independence, not meaning that you can do everything and anything without any help. Because a few weeks ago, I went to the mall by myself with my friend Lorena, who's also totally blind. And so it was a lot of asking for help to find different places. And I learned a lot there. We both learned a lot. And we were able to navigate the stores and figure out what things we wanted. And so, I don't know, I guess that's part of it, being independent and going out on your